welcome back to another monthly portfolio update. So today we're going to be showing you my portfolio, what my portfolio finished for the month of March. So if we give a quick recap to February 2025, we can see that I bought 10.2 shares of Tesla in February. I had 382 shares of Tesla in my ISA, 98.2 shares of Tesla in my general investment account, which left me 480.2 shares total, at a price of $292 a share. In total, in USD, that was $140,000. Now, the price has continued to drop, but I have continued to dollar cost average in. So let's see what that means for my portfolio in March. So in March, we can see that my ISA, I did, add a little bit. I added 0.1 shares to my ISA just because I was like, there was a little bit of cash there and I wanted to feel like I was buying the dip. So now I'm at 382.1 shares of Tesla, at current price of $259 a share, at my cost of about $250 a share. So I'm up 3.26% in my ISA. Currently, I know I said I was going to stop at 105 shares in my 100 shares in my general investment account, but just because these prices, carried on dropping, I did continue just to buy in. I have since stopped putting in money into my general investment account just to start saving cash for new tax year, as that's like literally less than a week away. So, yeah, my average buy price on my general investment account is slightly higher, about $256 a share. And, the current price is $259 a share. So I'm slightly up. I'm up 1.03%, which leaves my total shares currently at 487.1 shares, totaling at $126,000 in USD, or, £96,000 in, pounds. So I've, dropped below the six-figure mark across both my portfolios. I am still up. I'm up 2.77%. And as you guys can see for the graph, we can see that it has continued to drop down. As long as I'm staying above the $100,000 mark, then that's fine. Because if we look at the chart, we can see that it's about the October month where we just passed it. It was like $109,000. So that was like 6 months ago. So if it pulls back to that sort of price, it's not the end of the world. I'll just continue to buy the dip, and then if it rises, obviously not financial advice. Nothing in this video can be taken as financial advice. It's just me showing you my portfolio. So if we look at my buys for the month of March, we can see that I bought 1.8 shares of Tesla at a cost of $261, and obviously as the price continues to drop throughout the month, these are in chronological order from the start of the month to the end of the month. And then I bought 0.4 shares at 222.57. That was a good buy. We could see the price go back down to that. I hope, because I have got some cash on the sidelines, so I wouldn't be too mad at that. We saw that I bought 0.1 shares at $239 a share, 2.5 shares at $244, 0.1 at $244, 1.8 at $237, and 0.2 at $237. So my buys for the month of March, haven't done too badly. Considering the whole market has just gone, bananas. Just falling down. For my buys in the month of March, it'd be up 5.6%. Obviously, Tesla is a very volatile stock, so it can easily just, come crashing back down. So as you guys can see, that I have added 6.9 shares of Tesla to my portfolio during the month of March. Now this is a lot less than what I normally add. If you can see, February I added 10.2. Obviously, if we go to January, I added 17.5. January was, a bit higher just because I did get, back pay from a pay increase I got at work. So that's why it was a lot higher in January. December, if we look, December was only 4.5, but then we did have those ridiculously high prices in December, so that's why that was lower. And November it was back to 10. October was 20. That was just when that's when I just worked a crazy amount of overtime at work. And I had cash lying around. On top of having my student loan come in. So basically, I'm on an average month, if there's no anomalies of extra income coming in, or ridiculously high Tesla price like we saw in December. I normally get around 10 shares a month, which is, I'm pretty happy with that. Just get adding 10 shares a month. But for March, I only managed to get 6.9 shares of Tesla, just because I have built up a little bit of cash. That I've got about $1,000 sitting in cash, ready for the new tax year, just so I can instantly chuck it into the ISA rather than general investment account. On top of that, I did take a week holiday to Morocco, Marrakesh for a week, so that was nice. I haven't, it was nice to like treat myself after grinding like so hard just to try and put as much money as possible into my ISAs, my ISA and my accounts basically. So although realistically, when the price does have a pullback, that's when you buy in, and then obviously at times of the height of the market, that's when you can maybe pull back and spend. But obviously you don't know the timings, and it's just in my opinion, it's better just to live your life out. So, and just not too worry about trying to time the market and just dollar cost average. So yeah, that's basically the update for the month of March. Yes, it has fallen, from $140,000 to $126,000, but that's really not that bad of a drop. If you compare previous months, if you look at January is $190,000 and February was $140,000. So we literally saw a $50,000 drop just in that month. So to only see, like a 13,000, 14,000, drop from 140,000 to 126,000 really isn't that bad in my opinion. I'm not too fast. I'll continue to just dollar cost average in. I also will be adding a new ISA account. I'll be opening up a Invest Engine ISA, which I'll just put £100 a week in, just the S&P 500, just as a little experiment, just to kind of document with you guys, what happens if you just chuck £100 a week into it, over a year, what will that grow to? So kind of a little experiment I'm doing. Also, it'll be nice to just have that money set aside for a house deposit, just because my Tesla, I don't really want to touch. It's because it's such a long-term play. So I will be starting that up, and so my monthly portfolio updates for the month of April will change drastically. So be excited for that. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share with anyone who might be interested. Anyway, that's it for me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.